Hello, everybody. Okay, Prof here. How are you doing today, beautiful people? Okay, so today we're going to just talk about MLA formatting. It's actually something not necessarily taught in class, but you're expected to know. And I'll be honest, I also forget about teaching it. Okay, so I'm going to try to share my screen and show you how this is done. So let's go over here. So I'm going to open up a Word document. As I said in another video, you always want to have Word. So while you're, it's kind of expensive, so if you have to save money up to get that, then definitely do that. Okay, so I have a blank document here. The first thing you want to do is you want to turn on your double spacing. So if you see this here, the two arrows, you want to click on that. You want to do 2. 2 is the double spacing, okay? So now your entire paper will be double spaced. You don't want to wait. I mean, if you wait till after you've done it, then you have to highlight everything and double space, so it's better to just to start that way. Also, one of the first things you want to do is save your document, right? We talked about this before. Save as whatever your assignment is, usually with your name. Also, so you might go, depends, okay, well, this will be sample, MLA, okay. I always do an underscore and then my name, especially if you are turning this in, okay. So documents, there you go. Save. Okay, then it should change up here in the top. There we go. Okay, so I just double spaced. Let's double check it. Yep, still there. Okay. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to click on the header. The header, the formatted header of the paper is up at the top here. When your professors talk about put your header on your paper, that goes here. So let me show you first. So first we want to do page number. You need page numbers and your last name on your paper, especially if you're turning them in in person. So let's go to insert up here. Okay, now if you have a different version of Word, it'll be slightly different, but this is basically how you do it. You want to go to page number, you want to do page number. All right, this is standard. This is standard formatting for college papers, and especially in English classes, it's MLA. In history classes, humanities, you use Chicago style. And in psychology, education, science classes, you use APA. But this is MLA, and you would want to ask your professor if they prefer the other styles. But usually they don't until it's a research paper, but you never know. So you just want to ask, make sure, clarify. Okay, so we want it to be here. Okay, now we have our 1 here. Then we want to click over here and we want to add our last name. Sometimes I add this and my last name disappears. I have no idea. So you just have to keep playing with it some days. You just have to play with it. Okay, so now I have my last name there. The page number should show up on the next page. If it doesn't, you have to work on that. Okay, so now let's do an MLA header for your paper. So you would type in your name, okay. Then now it's double spaced, so you see that extra space. Then you would type in whatever your class name is. So whatever the class course name is. So let's say it's ENC 1101. It might be Comp 101. Whoops. It just depends on your school, to be honest. Okay? Then the next line is professor or doctor, whatever their name is. Professor's name. Okay? All right, then the date. Now you wouldn't write date. You would write, let's say it's September. September, you could, September 1, 2017. Okay, here's a quick tip for you. When I was in school, I was completely, I thought I was pulling one over on my professors. So I didn't want them to know I was working on my essays the night before class, right? All night long. So I would put the date that it was due, or I would put, Or even I put a couple days before, I didn't want them to know when I was working on it. Okay, don't do that. Just put the date that it's due. It doesn't matter when you did it. They know, honestly, we all know that you probably did it the night before. Just a little tip for you. Okay, so notice the header. Your MLA header is on the left side. Your last name and your first name, your last name and the page number is in the formatted header of the paper itself. Now we need to go and do a title, right? But we don't want it to be left. You see this here? This is where your justification of your lines is. So right now, this is justified on the left. Do you see that? Here is center. Here's justified on the right. And this is, when you do this one, justified text with all the lines are the same, that's usually for block text, newspapers, use lists, things like that. But your paper will be justified left, but your title will be centered. So we want to click center just on the line that your title is. So we'll put a title here, a formatting. Notice that all the major words in your title are capitalized. I see students do like first word capitalized and then the rest are lowercase. No. All the major words are capitalized. Okay, so then click return. Now notice here we have it centered, justified. We want to change that. We want the rest of the paper to be left justified. So we'll go back up here. Whoops, here we go, and do that. All right, some professors want you to start, here is my awesome paper, and they want you to start your paper with the first paragraph starting at the left-hand column. Others want you to indent your first paragraph as well as all your other paragraphs. So it just kind of depends. I prefer them all indented myself. So here we go. To indent your paragraphs though, you're going to use the tab button on your keyboard and tab over one time. The TAB button, tab, okay? That's what you're gonna do. You'll continue typing, you know, just keep typing. All right, now it is not over. So let's see here. There. So if it automatically, so as you type, it should continue to go like this on here, right? Okay, when you're done. But if it doesn't, then you just delete a space and it'll go back. Now, when you have, let's see, okay, we'll say that. Okay, now we're going to start a new paragraph, which of course would be more than one line. You do not need to skip lines between your old paragraph and your new paragraph. The double spacing takes care of that. But with your new paragraph, you do want to hit the tab key over one time. So it starts with a, you know, new second paragraph, etc. like that. Okay. Now let's talk about, let's suppose you had to have a works cited page. Oh, good. It did go through. Works cited page, if it's an MLA and you put some kind of research in it, works cited page is a page all to itself. So again, the title is works cited. So we will center just that right there. See that? Then we go down, it's center justified again. We're going to start here. We won't go into all of the MLA formatting for works cited page, but let's say it's alphabetized by last name. So let's say Jane Austen wrote Pride and Prejudice. Titles of books are italicized. Right. I can spell, period there. Actually, the period is not italicized since it's punctuation. And on and on and on. So you want to look in your MLA formatting in your style guide. So you might have, let me unshare the screen, go back to here. Maybe stop share. There we go. I'm back. Okay, so when you're looking at your MLA formatting, APA formatting Chicago, you want to look at the most updated version of your style guide. Okay, so we have many. I have a few here myself. I have, let's see, the little seagull. I have the Bedford. I have the little brown handbook. I also have an MLA handbook, the official one that's from the MLA, Modern Language Association. Okay, so you want to look at that for the updated guide. You want to make sure you get the new one every time it comes out. I mean, a new one doesn't come out every year, but every couple of years it does. So you want to look for that. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching the Comp Prof. For more tips on all things composition, follow me on Instagram, that's TheComp Prof, Twitter. The Prof is in, let's see, Facebook. Sherry McGriff is my author page, also TheComp Prof, and I'm like everywhere. YouTube, okay? And eventually I'm going to have a webinar for you, more detailed, and go through all kinds of different assignments on how to write an essay, how to make sure you have everything you need in there. And so stay tuned. Okay, bye, beautiful people. Have a great day, and go write. Oh, there's my Lily. That's my dog. Okay, bye.